beautiful people of planet Earth. I'm wishing you happiness, clarity, and freedom on another gorgeous day. I want to remind you today to keep pushing forward, okay? This is Virgo season. Virgo season is the time to work hard, to focus on the details, to get down and fix our lives. Virgo season is a time to get to work. Back to school season, baby. Let's get to work. Let's fix our lives. Let's keep pushing forward. It's not going to be easy all the time. Right now is definitely not an easy time on the planet. But we got to keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. Keep pushing towards your goals. Keep pushing towards your dreams. Because if you keep going every single day, I guarantee you it will manifest. It has to. That is what happens if you keep focusing on something every single day. Every single day. Focus on it, even just a little bit. It will manifest. I promise you. Keep that in mind. In this video, we are talking about astrology. We are talking about, is astrology even real? Okay, we're going to be going in depth on this topic, talking about how astrology has changed my life, talking about how I believe astrology is 100% real. At least to me, it is, okay? Let me know what you think, okay? Big question of the video, is astrology real? Okay, let me know in the comments below. There is no right or wrong answer. Is astrology real to you? Let me know in the comment section below. Right now, go ahead and do that. Is astrology real? Let me know. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, okay? So, before we get into it, astrology has completely changed my life for the absolute better. Okay, astrology has completely changed my entire reality. It has changed my life. Okay, it has changed my life in ways that I never would have imagined. I never would have thought that I would really get into a topic this much and think about it every single day. Every single day I'm thinking about astrology. Every single day I'm thinking about the transits that I'm going through and connecting them to this life experience. So back around 2020, I started to really get into astrology. Virgo season, as a matter of fact, was when I really started to get into astrology. Okay, I started thinking about my sun sign, Aquarius, baby. I'm an Aquarius, and it's the age of Aquarius, okay? Let me know your sun sign below. But, I started to get into sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, and it was so amazing for the simple fact that it resonated so much. It connected so much. I looked at my chart, okay? I looked at my chart, I looked at my signs, I looked at my sun, my moon, and my rising. And I connected it so perfectly to my personality. I've always been a super quiet person, always drawn within. Super quiet, don't like to talk much, and I've always loved freedom. I've always valued freedom very highly. It has always been very important to me that I have my freedom, that I have my personal space, that I am able to roam freely and do what I want, do what I desire. Back in preschool, I didn't want to go to school. I remember so vividly how badly I did not want to go to school. And my parents were like, come on, if you eat your entire bowl of cereal, you don't have to go. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Like, why do I have to do this? This is silly. This is absolutely silly. This is silly, okay? This is how an Aquarius thinks. This is how I think as an Aquarius. It's my way or the highway, okay? I need my freedom. And I connected this to my personality, and it made so much sense. And now we have Freedom Speaks, okay? But my moon sign, I resonate so much with my moon sign, Virgo. I've always been so analytical. I've always looked at the tiny details and kept focusing on them, kept thinking about them. Now this can be a gift and this can be a curse. Okay, I've struggled a lot with health anxiety in my life. Very severe health anxiety. I've convinced myself that I've had many diseases, and I still do it to this day, and I'm still working through it. But it just shows that my Virgo moon loves to focus on the details. It loves to fix things. It wants to make things right. And sometimes it wants to change things. Okay, and that's, a huge part of me that I resonate with. And my Pisces rising. I've always been super quiet. I've always been super dreamy, like sort of not caring that much. Super quiet. Super spiritual, you could call it. But I resonate so heavily with this Pisces rising, okay? And just looking at these three aspects of my chart have been so amazing and so transformative in my life. So is astrology real? To me, astrology is 100% real. How could it not be real? And I've also been looking at other people around me, my parents, my friends, looking at their sun signs. It's so crazy. I would look at all my friends and I would know their sun, moon, and rising, and they would have absolutely no idea. And I would just be connecting the personalities and saying, oh my gosh, yes, you are such a Gemini. You are 100% a Gemini. And this is what I do. Okay, I observe. And this is why astrology is real to me. It makes so much sense. And it's been the one thing, the one kind of ideology, the one kind of, it's not a religion, but it's the one kind of study or practice, philosophical thing in my life that has actually stuck with me for this long. For the past 2 years, every single day I'm thinking about astrology. Every single day it's making perfect sense to me. Okay? So, astrology to me is 100,000% real. Now, with that being said, I also have the belief that every single person on this planet has their own truth. There is no one universal truth. Okay? There is no one universal truth. That's what I believe. I believe everything is relative. Einstein said this as well with the theory of relativity. Time is relative. Everything is relative to this experience. That's why you are the universe. You are the universe. The universe isn't outside of you. You literally are it. You literally are it. Okay? That's the power of who you really are. You are everything. You are nature. You are nature. You are the universe. You are the planets, the energy. It's all one. It's one energy. Okay, this is what I believe. Now, with that being said, if you don't believe this, if you think something else, I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to shun you. Okay, your truth is 100,000% valid. It's just as valid as my truth. Everyone has their own. That's what I believe. So that's why I said, let me know if astrology is real to you in the comment section below. And if it's real to you, then we can connect, okay? Then we can relate. And that's so beautiful that we can relate that way. So is astrology real? Astrology is real if you believe it is real. Astrology is real if you believe it is real. And that's the power of belief. Whatever you believe, that is your truth. Whatever you believe in your mind to be the truth, that's the truth. Okay? We can change our truth. I used to believe heavily in religions more. I used to really believe in that, way earlier on in my life. And my truth changed. It started to shift. Things change. Your truth can change, and it goes to show that there is not one universal truth. Everything is fluid, and if I know people who take psychedelics. I've never taken an extreme psychedelic, but maybe one day I will. But I know if you get into that stuff, you kind of have a massive awakening in that moment at least. And you realize that, wow, what is reality? Reality is whatever you make it. Reality is literally whatever you make it. We are in a giant sandbox, okay? Everything is malleable. Everything is infinite. It's everything to do with the planet Neptune. It's what Neptune represents. Pisces. How the real truth is that there is no truth. And it's hard to explain. This is when words stop working. This is when words stop working, okay? When you're talking about Neptune and Pisces, words don't work anymore. We're not in that Gemini, Virgo. No, words don't work. Logic doesn't work, okay? So, that's my belief. Everyone has their own belief. Everyone has their own truth. And ultimately, we just need to love and accept each other. That's it. Pisces, we just need to love and accept each other. Whatever you believe in, I don't care. I love you. If you believe in God, if you believe in a religion, Jesus Christ, I love you no matter what. Because what's the point in saying you're wrong? You're not wrong. You're right. Okay, your belief is right to you. My belief is right to me. Why don't we just love each other, right? There's no point in hating each other. There's no point in fighting, wars, or any of this. We need to all accept each other, love each other for who we are. This is the evolution of human consciousness. Rising above these silly beliefs, okay? Realizing that we are all one, that we are the same. We're just human beings. And ultimately, we don't know anything. We're just here, okay? We're just here. The geese, the birds, they're just here. They all just love each other. They don't have a reason to hate each other. They're not overthinking everything. They're just here. They're just loving each other. They're just accepting each other. That's the way it is. That's the way God, the universe, intended it to be. So, is astrology real? Is astrology real? Yes, astrology is 100% real. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know. Astrology has changed my life. It has completely changed my life. And another thing I'm realizing with astrology, changing topic a little bit, okay? We're going to shift gears a little bit. With the way that astrology actually works, what I've been observing, especially recently, okay? Sometimes I have a feeling, a very strong feeling, very strong energy within me. Something happens, okay? Something happens emotionally, energetically, mentally, okay? And I go on my phone. I have an app called Astro Gold that shows where the planets are at every single moment, literally where they are right now in every single moment. And this app has actually changed my life and changed the way I view astrology. $40, check it out. So I look at the rising sign at that moment, and so many times it has perfectly explained what I was just feeling. Okay, so many times. And another thing, last night I had a nightmare, and this was a very real nightmare. It wasn't a nightmare like how sometimes you wake up gasping for air, like, oh my God. It wasn't like that. But it was a nightmare. It was a Scorpio nightmare. And whenever I have dreams like this, really dark energy, really terrifying dark energy, like I wish I could put it into words, but it reminds me how real this experience is, how dark it can really get. Because, oh my gosh, it can get extremely, extremely scary and extremely dark, okay? And whenever I have dreams like this, nightmares like this, it reminds me, like, wow, I am just grateful to be alive and in the position that I am in. And that's why it's so amazing. But, it reminds me, like, wow, this experience goes very deep. It gets so incredibly dark. And I had a dream like this, and like I said, it wasn't like a nightmare, like waking up gasping for air. It wasn't like that. It was just, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but super, super dark vibe, super dark energy, okay? This is the Scorpio energy at its darkest. Death, fear, raw, terrifying, hidden shadows. This is Pluto. Very deep, okay? Very raw fear. And not like heart racing, terrified in the moment, like super dark energy, okay? And I had this dream last night. I'm like, okay, where is the moon right now? Where is the moon? I looked at my phone, moon in Scorpio. And this is not the first time this has happened. Multiple times in my past, I have looked at where the moon is when I have dreams like this, okay? Also, sexual dreams, because Scorpio has to do with that as well. It's very things that are like kind of hidden under the surface that people don't always like to talk about. That's Scorpio, okay? It goes very deep. It's Pluto as well. So, This has happened multiple times in the past. I look where the moon is, and whenever I have dreams like this, the moon is in Scorpio. And let me know if you guys relate to this, but it's so fascinating, it's so amazing that I've made this connection, and that, see, this is why astrology is so real to me. Especially when I can look where the planets actually are right now and connect them to what's going on. That is why it is so real to me. It's so real, and it continues to blow my mind how perfectly it describes this life experience. This life experience, and also on a global scale. With this Saturn-Uranus square that's going on, I see the themes. I see the tensions with the labor force. No one wants to work anymore. And it's not a bad thing, but the world is changing. There's the tension with Uranus and Saturn. Uranus wants freedom. Uranus doesn't want to be stuck in a system. But Saturn's like, hey, you created this system. You got to go through it. It's your karma, right? So it just perfectly describes everything. Astrology, I know that astrology will be forever a part of my life. Okay, I already know it. Because it is life itself. It's the planets. It's this life experience. It's the study of life. So is astrology real? I think the answer is a yes for me. Let me know for you, is astrology real? I wanted to come out here and talk about this. This is a big topic in the spiritual community. You know, astrology is a very highly skeptical thing for the fact that it's so, like, you can't prove it. It has everything to do with this internal relative experience. Okay? And that's, you know, you can't prove astrology. You just can't prove it. It's archetypal. It's metaphorical almost. It's literally like a story. It's describing the story of life. Because this life is such a story. More and more as I go on my journey, I'm realizing this is a story. I am living out a story right now. Someone wrote this. Someone wrote this out. Someone planned this out. This is a story. Let me know if you feel this way as well, okay? And I love to connect with you guys, okay? Replying to all your comments. You guys have wonderful things to say, and just I love to spread the positive energy, create a positive community. I love the community we're creating here. So let's connect with each other, let's love each other, let's accept each other, let's help each other through the dark times that we're going through. Much love to all of you. Thank you for tuning in to this message. I want you to smash the like button, smash it, get this video out there. I really appreciate it so much. Seriously, I really appreciate that. And subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Freedom Speaks if you're new. Again, comment down below. What's your sun sign? Also, comment down below. Is astrology real to you? Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.